I want to talk about real quick. I want to talk about flip and also, but the loop with no roof. What the hell was even going on?
Who has no roof on a loop?
Who has no roof?
You know, that was obviously not the plan. It was just like, let me build a loop out of my vert because I wanted to, like, you know, I put a bar. So I wanted to do a trick, land, do the loop, and do a trick. I wanted the loop to be a part of a line, not just the thing.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, okay, when the King of Skate event went down, I was like, oh, what's your obstacle, right? So I was just like, you know, went out there and I'm thinking, and I was like, I want to do this. Yeah, I did draw the open loop. And I was like, oh, that would be cool. You know,
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I have the drawing. And
Okay.
and I have the tree, the way my backyard was then, where this tree was, and I had this whole thing. I looked at, yeah, that'd be cool. But I had it perfectly in the middle kind of thing.
Okay.
But when it came to actually do the event, I was like, let me have something before I even go there, you know. And so I was like, Tim and Jeff Hammond, those guys, Tim Payne, Team Payne.
Yes.
So then we were like, okay, I got to do this thing. I want to, you know, build this. And then I had a conference in Philadelphia. It was a spiritist conference. So some guys were just trying to figure out, like, they're translating books, you know, into Portuguese to English. It was just a cool, like, you know, and I went out there and left them building the loop.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, do it here, spin it this way, and then we're gonna do this because when I do if I open it up at the end, then, you know, it's front side, you know, cool, blah blah blah.
So you had the idea already.
Yeah, I had the idea
of like, hey, build it
so I could do the open loop. But I mean, what I want to do first is this, and if it works out, great. If that doesn't happen, that's fine. You know, we have
I got a little backup plan.
I got a backup plan.
Right.
So
got a showstopper.
When I got back, not the kickflip butt ride, you know, close. So then I got back into town, and I go out there to check out the loop, and I'm like, they spun it the wrong way, dude. Oh my gosh, Jeff. He's like, no, man, it didn't fit. Because if you went that way, it was going to go into this wall thing. You know, I was like, but you guys could have called me, man. Like, and you know, I start getting upset because I'm like, but then I'm like, hey, it's spun that way. But then now I got to do this open loop backside. Fuck, that's not going to happen.
No,
right?
you can't. Okay.
So then immediately I was like, well, it is what it is. Let's put the bar up there, and then we go into it, and then I'm like, I'm gonna have to do it switch. It wasn't like let me do it switch. I'd rather go switch front side than regular backside because it was just so much more awkward to me, you know, to do it back.
Had you even done the switch loop?
Yeah, at that time I had done it every which way. I think
so. You have.
I did it like, you know, loop front side, loop backside, switch front side, and switch backside. You know, I had them all. I had done them all, but
gotcha.
I knew in my head that if I'm going to air, I mean, it was like a switch frontsider to me, you know, but I have to end up over there. So it was just like, this is awkward, you know, feel, but it wasn't supposed to spin that way. So it wasn't like, again, I didn't plan it. It just happened to be, okay, now I have to do it that way, and I have to do it switch. So, you know, I could have done it regular or whatever, but I'm glad that they spun it the other way, and then it made me, you know, try it that way. And I was going to a Berlin S trip like the weekend after.
Okay.
And so so I'm doing this thing. Well, then I land, do the, you know, I remember I did the nose grind on the bar, loop, and then blunt kickflip on the quarter.
Okay.
You know, so I filmed, I think in the Firm or one of the videos, I have that, you know, little combo from that event. And then we're like, let's open the loop. But it wasn't like, okay, they started opening it. No, you can't open it in the middle, right? Because I needed a launch, you know. So I was like, no, it was all it wasn't like there was no plan. It was just like,
here.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't say like, the trajectory of A,
the
B,
thing, and I was like, I cut it right around here, you know, because it needs to throw me. It can't be just an oververt wall because it would toss me in the wrong way.
Okay.
So I cut it at like somewhat like 11 or something, you know, and that's why it was
a little offset. Yeah,
because it would help me to go there, but. I, you know, rolled. So the first one for me to go was just like, okay, put the pads, right? So we had the pads
to test.
To test it out. So we put the pads in the middle of the ramp. You know, okay, now you can go test it. So when I dropped in, I went and tossed myself switch, but like I was obviously scared. So it's like, you tried backflips on the beach at all?
No.
You tend to look side. See people learning backflips, they kind of
look over their shoulder.
Yeah, and it doesn't really go in. All you need to do is look up and it fixes. But in your mind, you're scared. So for you to look up takes a little bit. So my first one, I kind of did the side thing, and here's the open loop. And I went, backflip and missed the ramp altogether.
Flew out.
Missed the pads. Missed the ramp, landed on the side on my feet, like full, like.
What do you mean you flip?
Yeah, it was like full backflip.
You did gymnastics.
Yeah, and landed on the side of the ramp, and like, I was like, okay, let's put some pads right here. So then we put pads.
You
on
knew
the
what
side.
you did wrong, though.
Yeah, now I know, but gladly I landed on my feet.
God damn.
And then we adjusted that, and I started adjusting. I started getting closer to the ramp. And the funny part about that, I know if you guys heard of Barry Zaritsky. Remember Barry from? Okay, so
the old medic.
Yes,
with the mustache.
Caribbean. Hope he's okay. Actually, out in the Bahamas with all that madness.
Oh.
Yeah. So he like he wanted to protect. I mean, he's so like he's a physical. He's just like out there. So he goes, when I go on around the loop, he's thinking he's gonna. He would like
catch you,
throw himself in like to become a pad. And like
human
I almost,
pad.
I was like, I didn't see that at the time when I saw the footage. I just laughed so hard. I'm like, and God bless him, but like there was nothing that was gonna really do. I was gonna hurt him, hurt
It made
myself.
both of you.
But he was just, throwing himself in front of the bullet for me. I mean, that's how Barry was in like, protecting us, and it was just like it was so cool. But I mean that I saw that afterwards. But anyways, like it took me a few, and I would like spin around and put my foot down because I would like turn. Put my foot down, knee slide, right? Spin around, put my foot down, knee slide. Same exact bail, like over and over and over. And my ankle was starting to like, please, no more of those. Go, same thing. And I started to like, oh my gosh, did I have to? Now it's like really tiring. It's taking time. 35 millimeter cameras on, big, expensive production, and I'm going like, oh my gosh, dude, I have to make this. And I just would not stop. But I was done already before. An hour earlier, I was already...
You're already done.
Done.
You're pushing it now.
Yeah, I'm pushing. I'm just hoping and praying now. Now it's just motion. I tried to like energy and just... and then all of a sudden, I just, pulled out and kind of got in a good spot and landed, rolled away. And I was just like, I can't believe that just went down.
I was there that day.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, you were?
Yeah,
you were part of the
I was there with Jeff Taylor.
No, man, that was like... And then all of a sudden... weighed off my, just like, oh my gosh, that's insane. And I remember like falling down, and then that was it. I couldn't even walk up to my house.
Seriously?
Like I was one of those, the guy who worked with me at the time, I had a little Craftsman. We put like a mattress on the back of the thing. I just laid down. He just like drove me up to the house.
That's funny.
And I was done.
Oh
that
my
was
God.
It. So the weekend after, I'd like, show up at the S thing, and I, got kind of my ankle wrapped and with the...
Damn.
No vert wall to drop in.
No vert.
Nothing going on there.